Thank you all. And you may take your seats. Thank you. So good morning. My name is Dr. Renee McLeod-Sorgen, and I'm the Dean of the Hofstra Northwell School of Nursing and Physician Assistant Studies, as well as the Director and System Chair for Northwell Health's Division of Medical Ethics. I'd like to welcome you today as we honor and celebrate the inaugural Adult Gero Acute Care Nurse Practitioner Certified Registered Nurse Assistant DNP class of 2024. Say that a few times, right? Let's give them applause. They are truly extraordinary, and we are truly thankful that you're joining our extraordinary celebration of them today. I use the term extraordinary because our students are just that. I will share with you how a little later in the program, but first I'd want to thank a few key people that this could not have possibly been possible without. First, our president of Hofstra University, Dr. Susan Poser, for her ongoing leadership and commitment to our school. I also want to thank the president and CEO of Northwell Health, Mr. Michael Dowling, for his vision and ongoing commitment and support of the school. But I want to personally thank a colleague, Dr. Charlie Reardon, Senior Vice President and Provost, for joining us today in this celebration. Thank you, Dr. Reardon. As we celebrate, this is only the beginning of us honoring your fortitude as the first to accomplish the full-time program where you have achieved a doctorate, become a special sort of advanced practice nurse, one that hones the skills of a nurse practitioner with those of nurse anesthesia. As the first alumni of part of the larger community of Hofstra University, we will again honor you at commencement, Friday, December 20th, 2024. I'll say that a few more times. Friday, December 20th, 2024, right? So mark your calendars as we will see you there, where you, along with the other prestigious doctoral graduates, will be formally hooded and celebrated by the community of Hofstra at large. But it's not only I that are honoring you. It is indeed my pleasure to introduce you to the esteemed program director, Dr. Sabrina Petrillo, to give you remarks.
Thank you, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, everyone here, faculty, proud families, and of course, the remarkable class of 2024. Today is a celebration of perseverance, dedication, and the incredible journey that has brought us to this moment. Dr. Sarcona and I are filled with immense pride for each of you, trailblazers of this AGACNP, DNP nurse anesthesia program. That's a mouthful. Not only at Hofstra University, but the first of its kind in the US. 3 years ago, when you embarked on this challenging and demanding path, you didn't think you were going to make it. You've navigated through rigorous coursework, intense clinical rotations, and countless hours of study, all while gracefully balancing the demands of life outside of this, like illnesses and surgeries and the loss of loved ones, but engagements and weddings and babies too. Think back to those early days when we all started, when this day seemed so distant, and boy, was this path rough. But despite those fears, you persevered, and here you are about to move forward into your careers. Please, I beg you, hold on to your passion for learning, your dedication for patients, and your commitment to excellence. Always strive to be the best version of yourself, both professionally and personally. Today is not just a celebration of your academic achievements, but a recognition of your resilience and unwavering commitment to a noble and essential profession. You are the next generation of nurse anesthetists, and the impact you will have is profound. To the families and friends who have supported you through this journey, thank you. Thank you for trusting Dr. Sarcona and me to guide your loved ones through this program, but you can finally have them back now. Your support has been a crucial part of their success, and today's achievement is as much yours as it is theirs. To the faculty and clinical preceptors, your guidance and dedication have shaped these graduates into the skilled professionals they are becoming. Your impact on their lives and careers will never be forgotten. And to the class of 2024, it has been an honor getting you to the finish line. As you step into this next chapter of your lives, carry with you the pride of your accomplishments and the strength of your perseverance. I am proud to call you colleagues. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Petrillo. It is now my pleasure to introduce my colleague and my friend who has championed our school and our program since its inception, Dr. Joseph Marino.
Good morning, everyone. I see a lot of smiles out there, and I'm now going to show you the difference in age. So I see the younger generation when they're starting to either talk or they'll read off their phones. I'm still a paper person, so I'm showing my age, but you know, good morning. I said it before a couple of times. Today's an example of vision. This is what vision is. Today is special on so many levels. When I reflect on how beautiful a milestone it is, thank you all for being here. Welcome families, friends, invited guests, our Northwell leaders, and of course, our first class of Hofstra Northwell certified registered nurse anesthetist, doctors of nurse practitioners. Some thank yous. Can I have the moms and dads of our first CRNA class stand for a second, please? Stay standing. I'll ask you to stay standing for a minute because we want to highlight all of you. To you, moms and dads, congratulations and thank you. Thank you for your sacrifice. Thank you for your care and concern. Thank you for your examples of grit and determination. You have given us a collection of exactly that, a group of selfless professionals who have also sacrificed. They've mentored and demonstrated grit and determination to accomplish, to succeed. To you, moms and dads, they have all made you proud. They have certainly done that for us. You may be seated. And to all of our certified registered nurse anesthetists, DNPs, wait one second. You are making history today. But of course, yep, go ahead. You're making history today. But of course, you could not have done it alone. So let me start by acknowledging your teachers, administrators, staff, and our dean. So can our teachers, administrators, staff, and dean please stand? All of you. And also for a minute, I'm going to try and brag about you. So thank you for your guidance, your model, your instruction, your coaching, your cultivation, and your support. The seeds you have flowered are before you. What a beautiful bouquet you have created. And a special thank you to our Dr. Kathy Gallo for her vision, her passion, her leadership to help navigate us here today. This idea was all hers. You may be seated. And finally, to all of you, for the reason why we're here today, each and every one of you have compiled a large depth and breadth of knowledge, clinical expertise that will have one important result. For that rare yet extraordinary gift of impact, when seconds count, helping to save a life. A note on our history. When seconds count, on October 16th, 1846, on what has since become known as Ether Day, William Thornton Morton, a medical student, demonstrated the anesthetic properties of ether in a surgical amphitheater at the Massachusetts General Hospital. After Morton had administered ether from a hand-blown glass vaporizer for some minutes, the patient was rendered unconscious. Turning to Dr. John Collins Warren, a venerated surgeon, Morton boldly stated, "Your patient is ready, sir," with a gallery of curious spectators mesmerized by what they were about to see. Dr. Warren began the removal of a large neck mass that was never before possible. And upon completion, Dr. Morton declared to the assembly, "Gentlemen, this is no humbug." The crowd erupted with spontaneous applause, appreciating the ramifications of this landmark event in medical history. This case report provided the launch pad for the science and art of anesthesia. The two offspring, since on that ether day, surgery and anesthesia, have since grown up and matured together in this modern era and ascended to heights unimaginable to those congregated on that groundbreaking day in 1846. As observed by the editors of the New England Journal of Medicine, few discoveries have had greater impact on human health than the discovery of anesthesia. And to you, our first graduating class, you will carry with you from this moment on the ability to have that impact. What sometimes may look like chaos to the outside observer actually isn't. It's the environment that you thrive in. You are made for this. You are there to watch over our patients, intervene when needed, and again, when those first seconds count, you're there to help save a life. You care for the young and the old, men and women, the healthy and the critically ill. You are present at the beginning of life in labor and delivery, and at the end of life in palliative care settings. And between those two bookends of life, you practice in a variety of clinical settings. Throughout your career, you'll get called to the emergency room, the ICU, procedural suites, pre-surgical testing, and of course, our operating rooms. You conduct the anesthetic, you support the patient's life, and defend the patient's dignity. You build that connection of trust. You are the last face our patients see before they enter that abyss peacefully, because they know that you will be with them every step of the way. Your empathy, how you build connection, matters. You carry a unique, heavy, yet rewarding burden. Today is about honoring that burden. And we'll talk about some firsts. You are the first class of Hofstra Northwell. We'll call you our nascent 19. Nascent for young, but also promising. And before I go any further, a couple of idiosyncrasies or points. Carlene Jean-Pierre. Everyone in this room should know she has the most organized notes and the best handwriting. Jithan Johnson, or JJ, I lifted his cap up. We consider him Fabio because of his curly hair. Ekta Kaur is always freezing cold. Ekta, wear 2 surgical gowns when you're in the operating room. Mary Kate went to camp, farm camp, as a kid because she wanted to be a vet. And now look at her. Selena Wu would rather be taking pictures of her dog. Aman Singh is the quietest of the group. John, we call him Jack Pender, a pineapple lover, has a pineapple plant. Jen Jarvis could not survive without self-tanner and wine. Michelle Gomez-Danka, you should know she's always the first to finish an exam. We call him Danny G. He would rather be at the beach. Liz Gambo would rather be at a national park. Danish Akhtar loves scuba and has a scuba license. Dan Diaz simply loves his car. Keegan Corbett, a Vermontonian, I think I'm saying that right, has a lemon tree. Faith Concepcion is from California, loves to rock climb. Caitlin Ironman, our planner extraordinaire. Everyone's #1 supporter and cheerleader. Tiffany Nelson loves karaoke, so she'll be serenading our patients. Jamie Roggio, she needs her chapstick all the time. And does everybody know Ben Cantor? Eats bacon and eggs every day? Every day? Unbelievable. I don't know. So to our nascent 19, you are all trailblazers. You bravely went when no one else has gone before, and you accomplished despite difficult challenges. Trailblazers break down barriers, so break them down. Trailblazing's not easy, it's hard work. It takes determination and a willingness to take risks. By blazing a trail, you have inspired others to do the same. There is an obligation that comes with this. Those after you, many in this room, those that follow, our future classes of CRNA students, will be watching you. They'll observe how you respond to challenge. They'll scrutinize how you deal and overcome adversity. They'll witness how you help save a life. Expect adversity. Anticipate it. But press forward, leaning into your craft. You have prepared well, and all of you are well prepared. Stay positive throughout. Protect the sacredness of the operating room. Maintain the culture of our patient being in the center, always. Squeeze every last drop of your experiences at Northwell, and remember to continue on this path as a lifelong learner. You all are our future. So hold on to the progress you have made and always push yourself to be better for our patients. I'm plagiarizing a Maya Angelou quote. As anesthesia providers, patients will definitely forget what you said. They'll definitely forget what you did, but they will never forget how you make them feel. You are now in a position to make people feel good. So create moments for them that will impact. I wish you all the courage to achieve the dreams that are alive within you. And in closing, many of you have heard me say this before. I not infrequently ask myself, have I done enough? Am I doing enough? At the end of the movie Saving Private Ryan, there is a scene where Matt Damon and Tom Hanks is injured and on his last breath after having participated in a mission, looks over and looks at Damon and states, "Earn this." Fast forward a 30-year older Matt Damon, he visits and pays respects to Hanks at the cemetery. Kneeling, Damon speaks to the tombstone and says, "My family is with me today. They wanted to come. Every day, I think about what you said to me on that bridge. I've tried to live my life the best I can. I hope that was enough. I hope that in your eyes, I've earned what all of you have done for me. So please, if any of you are challenged like I am, by asking yourself the question, don't worry. No need to ask yourself that question. The answer is easy. You haven't done enough. You could always do more. You saw all of your mom and dads stand before you. They sacrificed for all of you. They and we are all so proud of you. So now, go out and earn it. Thank you all so much.
I think that speech was just amazing. Let's give Dr. Marino another round of applause. You know, we're going to start making, one of our nascent 19 earn it right now. It is my pleasure to introduce Elizabeth Gambo. Liz can come up. Liz will be our student speaker today. Liz is a reflection of the commitment and transformation of the inaugural class of 2024, and I'm so pleased to welcome her to share her journey. I don't think you thought we'd make you earn it 1 second after, right? No.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. McLeod. If there's one mantra that CRNA school has taught us over the past 3 years, it's maintain maximum flexibility. It's a phrase we've heard so often, it might as well be tattooed on our brains by now. And let me tell you, that flexibility has come in handy, especially today, as I stand here before you, conquering my fears of public speaking. If you had told me 3 years ago that I'd be the one to give this speech at our graduation, I would have laughed. Speaking of fears, let's talk about the elephant in the room, imposter syndrome. Hands up if you've ever felt like you were just pretending to know what you were doing. Don't worry, we've all been there. The thoughts that have raced through my mind, how did I even make it into this program? When will someone realize I'm not as capable as they think? Am I truly skilled enough for this responsibility? My preceptors actually trust me to administer anesthesia to real breathing patients? I'll never forget that first time being left alone in the OR during a case in the summer of 2022. I couldn't help but wonder if my preceptor was a bit crazy to trust me with such a critical patient. How could I possibly handle this responsibility alone this early on in my training? My preceptor would peek their head in the window every so often to make sure everything was going smoothly, but they didn't enter the room. It was a defining moment where I learned the art of maintaining a calm and collective exterior while battling internal panic. The same skills I'm using right now. But enough about me. When trying to figure out what I should talk about, a million ideas came into my head. The 19 of us has been through quite a journey, to say the least. I think we could have a pretty good Netflix documentary about the past 3 years, honestly. I didn't know if I should talk about the time when the bus broke down on the side of the road in Albany and the bus driver only spoke Mandarin. Or our first anesthesia pharmacology class, when we all stayed hours past the end of class, trying to grasp the concepts we just learned, thinking, what on earth did we sign up for? Or when we stayed in the haunted Hotel Harrington in DC, with the black mold and the broken locks. Or the prostate exams and pap smears. Or the 5 concussions that Danish has received over the past 3 years. Or the number of times I thought we finally hit rock bottom. But instead, I will talk about how these memories, along with many others, solidified the idea we were truly in this together. And honestly, I can't imagine going through this with anyone else. There's nothing better than having a friend to call when you've had a bad day at clinical or didn't do well on an exam, or to help you write this speech. Hearing a friend say, "Don't worry, it happens. The same thing has happened to me," brings immense comfort and reassurance. I'm so thankful to the friends I've made along the way. I'm sure many people in this crowd have attempted to understand our rambling stories after a long day at class or clinical. Thank you so much for your patience, unwavering support. It means the world to us. Our family and friends have been our anchors, celebrating our victories and comforting us during our challenges. Whether it was a shoulder to cry on, providing words of encouragement, or simply being there to share a laugh with, your support has been invaluable. Thank you for standing by us and believing in us every step of the way. And finally, to my fellow graduates, as we step into the world as nurse anesthetists, remember, if we could understand acid-base buffering, we can do anything. Thank you and congratulations to the graduating class of 2024.
Didn't I tell you they were extraordinary? Let's give Liz another round of applause. I want to thank you, Liz, for representing the class of 2024. We are truly inspired. It is now time for my favorite part of this, and that's to present the CRNA students and faculty awards. So I don't know, somebody needs to give us a drum roll. So you heard Dr. Marino talk about this individual as the planner of the group, it is my pleasure to give out the Dean's Award. The Dean's Award is really, really special. It's the only time I get to overrule all the faculty. But this was easy because the faculty thought the world of this person just as I do. Not only was she extraordinary with academic prowess, but she was always the voice of reason, the voice of representing. I see your family also think the world of you. I really want that picture that they have so that it can be in my office. But Caitlin Ironman, can you come up and accept it? Thank you. I'd now like to bring up Dr. Petrillo.
Okay, so I'm here to present the Program Award, and this goes to a person who best demonstrates the qualities of academic excellence, clinical proficiency, and empathy for patients. And this goes to Carlene Jean-Pierre.
The Hofstra Pride Award is awarded to the student for exemplary dedication and unparalleled excellence in clinical and in the classroom. I am proud to award this Hofstra Pride Award to Keegan Corbett.
There's one more award that we'll be offering, and it is the Preceptor of the Year Award. Unfortunately, this preceptor was unable to make it today, but he is aware that he had something special, and we will provide it for him when we see him next time. But the Preceptor of the Year Award goes to Michael Palick, who works at South Shore University Hospital, and he's been a great preceptor to our students, and they all voted for him, so we'll present this to him later. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Petrillo. I'd now like to invite up the faculty for the presentation of the class of 2024. Stephanie Keating, Sabrina Petrillo, Patricia Sakona, and Dr. Gloria Chan, who will be reading out the names.
All right, welcome everyone. First up, Danish Akhtar. Mary Kate Chech. Faith Concepcion. Keegan Corbett. Michelle Danka. Daniel Diaz. Caitlin Ironman. You're welcome. Elizabeth Gambo. Daniel Gardner. Jennifer Jarvis. Carlene Jean-Pierre. Jathan Johnson. Benjamin Cantor. Ekta Kaur. Tiffany Nelson. John Pender. Jamie Roggio. Aman Singh. Last but not least, Selena Wu. Congratulations to you all.
Will the inaugural class of 2024, when Selena comes over, please stand? Stand up. Let's give them all a really strong round of applause. Thank you, guys. You can sit down. I'm almost ready to give them back to you, but they're forever going to be in our hearts. I mean, this is a wonderful and exciting day. I mentioned earlier to you that these students are extraordinary, and I think some of those photos really showed you why. But I want to explain something to you, why they're so deeply always going to be ingrained in my heart. In 2019, while I was sitting at Valley Stream, writing this inaugural program, I could only envision what they looked like. I knew that they would be extraordinary bedside careers. I knew that they would be accomplished ICU nurses. I didn't know that they were somehow going to have lemon trees, though, and enjoy rock climbing. But I knew that it would take a special sort of nurse to leave their exceptional bedside careers to embark on a full-time 99-credit program. The program would involve pearls, self-directed learning, practice hours that would exceed more than 4,500, more than anywhere else in the country, and yes, involve research. As a community, we could not have known that in April 2020, we would be getting New York State approval for this program against a global pandemic and beginning to recruit the women and men you see here today. At Northwell Health, we cared for the most COVID patients in the country. Our students and faculty were right in the middle of those surges, caring for critically ill patients. I'm reminded even as one of them was working as a travel nurse while I was steadily intubating people in that night of those times. But our inaugural nascent 19 graduates, just 1 year prior to this program, were also caring for patients across the region, deciding that, as Dr. Marino said, they wanted to do more. They wanted to earn something special in their career. So our CRNA students left their ICUs as expert nurses to sacrifice 3 years. September 2021 seems really far long ago, right? But you have transformed, and you have transformed into nurse anesthetists. The fortitude to leave behind your comfort zone as nurses and nurse practitioners to enter the unknown at a new, exciting program takes courage, takes strength, and yes, it takes poverty. Right? I know the family knows they've had to pay a few bills for you, right? But this is not only why I call them extraordinary. I applaud their resilience and tenacity. What they have accomplished, as Dr. Marino said, was no easy task. You completed a very rigorous program on time. Yeah, you even got that research done. It was really good yesterday. You took a leap of faith to further your careers. You spent time away from your family and friends to brave a world of challenging curriculum, learning new techniques. But yes, healthcare is dynamic, ever-changing, pushes the limits of what we know and think we can do. You, the class of 2024, personifies a modern healthcare clinician that has exceeded traditional expectations. In addition to your classes, you finished doctoral thesis, numerous projects, the list goes on and on. But what you have accomplished is truly a testament to your work, your dedication, your ethics, and your resilience. Now everybody knows why I call you our first inaugural CRNA students extraordinary, because you never gave up. You put patients first and at the center. You displayed extraordinary courage day in and day out. You are a special group of people, and I am so proud that you are the first class of our school here at Hofstra University. As you stand on the threshold of your next transformative journey, it is imperative to reflect on the profound impact you are poised to make on countless lives of individuals. You are changing the field of nurse anesthesia, because it's not just about administering an anesthetic. It's about being that calming presence amidst uncertainty, the advocate for patient safety, the beacon of hope in times of personal distress and vulnerability. It's about being the exceptional nurses you are. Nurse anesthesia, as Dr. Marino reminded us, is a calling. It demands the excellence blending of art and caring and evidence-based practice. I want to thank Dr. James Earl, Dr. Keating, all of your exceptional preceptors who drilled that evidence-based practice into you. I know that that will be the thing that you remember most about your experience here. But your role as future nurse anesthetist is more critical than ever before. You will be the ones at the forefront of patient care, entrusted with an immense responsibility of ensuring that every individual who enters your care receives the highest quality anesthesia services with the utmost compassion and professionalism. Like my colleagues, Dr. Petrillo and Dr. Marino, I also urge you to never lose sight of the human aspect of your profession. Each patient you encounter has a family, a story, and dreams for the future. It is our privilege and responsibility to treat every individual with the core values you've learned here at the School of Nursing at Hofstra Northwell: dignity, respect, and empathy. So as you embark on your careers, remember the lesson of pearls is not over. Learning is a lifelong pursuit. Embrace every opportunity to expand your knowledge, refine your skills, and challenge the status quo. As you've shown during these 3 years, never underestimate the power of collaboration you have among each other and teamwork. So I also want to take the moment to highlight my extraordinary faculty. Dr. Sabrina Petrillo, will you stand again? Our interim assistant program director, Patty Sarcona, will you please stand? Dr. Keating was the program director for adult gero acute care nurse practitioner. And our newest faculty member, Dr. Gloria Chan, in the nurse anesthesia program. These nascent 19 could not have gotten through without the tireless work of these 4 individuals, and I just want us all to recognize the hard work that they've put in for these last 3 years. Thank you. So all of your faculty and all of the staff that are here responded to the outstanding commitment and dedication that you showed us. They were always all hands on deck. So to you, our nascent 19, we are confident that you will continue to embody the values of our school: courage, collaboration, humanism, leadership, innovation, learning, scholarship, diversity, global health, and excellence. You have exemplified courage and humanism at its best and have embraced the commonalities and the differences among yourselves and the healthcare teams that you have practiced with. Remember what your patients and faculty have taught you: to know what you know and to know what you don't know. Always remember that awesome responsibility to your school, your workplace, and society at large. I cannot express the amount of pride that I have within me, because you are extraordinary. So, I'm going to close as well with a quote, as Dr. Marino did, from Dr. Mayo Angelo. Because this was what was in the back of my mind in his ICU at Valley Stream. Imagining your first day, imagining your last day. The horizon leans forward, offering you a space to place new steps of change. Ladies and gentlemen, these words reflect both the spirit and the actions of the class of 2024. Lean forward, create new steps of change. During this time of uncertainty, be that calming push to change the world to a better place. You have become not because it is easy. You have become because it was hard. And you were unwilling to give up. And you have succeeded. And I am so proud. So with that pride, I'd like to introduce again Dr. Carleen Jean-Pierre to lead us through the nursing oath. So anyone who is a nurse, please stand and recite with us. And nurses, please.
Trailblazers, are you ready? Okay. I promise to face challenges and obstacles with courage, strength, compassion, and excellence, and always remember that on the other side of my important work is a human, someone who loves and is loved. I will remain humble, remembering my strengths and the strengths of all disciplines while embracing the values of leadership, scholarship, collaboration, and humanism. I will continue to challenge existing norms to achieve high-quality, value-based healthcare outcomes while increasing access to care. I commit to lifelong learning and providing dignity-fostering care by integrating the innovations of nursing science with the art of healing. I will foster scholarship and culture of excellence, discovery, integration, application, and education, linking scientific discovery to advance global health. I will remain committed to the path of excellence, innovation, discovery, and inquiry, and to developing advanced practice nursing and communities of practice. I will respect diversity and have the courage to lead and positively influence future societal norms.
Thank you. So thank you. You can all sit. So we know that the success of this nascent 19 could not have happened in a vacuum. So I want to thank you all, parents and friends and partners, for having the support that you have supported them. I hope that you all can truly take this time to celebrate because they deserve it. But I want you all to do what Dr. Marino said the new generation always does. I'm doing it too. Pull out our cell phones. Ready? Enter in a date, Friday, December 20th, 2024. Make us all proud to see them be hooded. And we look forward to seeing them walking across that stage to be recognized by our fearless president here at Hofstra University, Dr. Susan Poser. So congratulations to the class of 2024. Students, please rise and proceed out. We ask that the rest of the audience wait until after they've exited. Thank you.